and welcome to the Intercultural Worldwide Learning Virtual Classroom. My name is Sheinina Raj. I'm an interdisciplinary artist and your art educator. It's my honor to be here with all of you today as I lead an exciting drawing lesson that is inspired by cultures from around the world and our own culture. So let's get started. I thought that we could begin with the Intercultural Worldwide Art Gallery. Here you'll see the intercultural art collection where I have portrayed women from around the world, wearing traditional finery that honors ancestral heritage and unifies humanity as one for a peaceful coexistence. There are many cultures within the collection, including Indian women wearing a red sari, the color of celebration, and often worn by a bride on her wedding day. We have Mexican woman with a lovely red rose tucked behind her ear, wearing a cotton reed blouse. We have Navajo woman, who is America's largest native recognized tribe. She's wearing a winter rug dress, which you can tell by the color blue. We also have cultures like Moroccan women wearing the hand of Fatima, a peace symbol. Then we have Japanese woman who's wearing a lovely royal blue kimono, hand-stitched threads that show her connection to nature. Let's take a moment to learn a little bit about Japan so we may gain inspiration for our own drawing. I've prepared some lovely slides for you. You'll see in this Japanese landscape you have Mount Fuji. It's 12,000 feet in the air, covered in snow, and it's an active volcano. We also have the dragon. The dragon is a mythological creature that's believed to live in the oceans and actually be a sign of good luck, good fortune, and there to keep everyone safe. Then we have the samurai warriors that come from a time when there were landlords that had to protect their land from invaders, or possibly they were invading other people's land. And these samurais all had very distinct armory that helped you know where they were from. Then we have again the kimono. As you see, there's a black kimono with that gold dragon swimming all around the kimono. Or we have the other kimono that has all the cherry blossoms and even a fish swimming around. So now that we've taken a look at Japan, let's think about how we can draw a kimono and create a kimono drawing based on things that we would like to draw, whether it's the dragon, or maybe it's a mythological creature we'd like to exist, or maybe it's our favorite tree or pet. Let's get started. Now, as you may have noticed, a kimono from the slides is more like a rectangle with two smaller rectangles on either side for the sleeve. So I'm going to quickly draw the same thing. Now you can get your pencil and paper and do the same. So here we go. Here is our main body of our kimono. Now, don't worry about keeping your lines straight. The fun thing about art is being able to tell it's handmade, which means nothing is exactly perfect. And in the art world, as they say, there's always happy accidents, which means something happened that you didn't quite mean to happen, but you're pretty happy with it. Here we go, that's one sleeve. As we move over to the other sleeve, I can see one is a bit wider than the other, but I'm not too troubled with it, okay? Here we go. Now that we have what we can consider our blank canvas for our kimono, we can begin to think about all the things that inspire us. I really loved that dragon, so I'm going to go ahead and put a dragon on my kimono. Now maybe you'd like to draw a dragon, maybe you'd like to draw your pet, maybe your favorite mythological creature like a unicorn, for example. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to make it like my dragon is going across my kimono. And I'm going to give him some backbone. And this looks like a pretty happy, friendly dragon to me. So for my next inspiration, I think I would like to draw my favorite tree, a beautiful tree that's outside of my home. And I love to have a cup of tea, look at my beautiful tree. I'm often listening to our squirrel that's in our tree. I've nicknamed him Squawky Squirrel because he always is squawking at, I think, other squirrels, birds, I'm assuming. So I'll give him a little body, his bushy, bushy, bushy tail. So maybe I'll also draw some leaves. Right? Leaves are almost like a diamond shape. You can make your leaves any shape you want. There's many different types of leaves. And again, this is just inspiration. I'm going to draw a big rainbow at the bottom of my kimono. Now rainbows, like the spectrum of light, follow the spectrum. So we'll have yellow. I'm going to quickly color that in. Nice golden yellow. Then our next color on the spectrum of light would be orange. Okay, so our next color on the spectrum of light is going to be red. I'm going to use a nice kind of strong red color. We'll move into a nice violet color. Again, I find making artwork so peaceful, so it's easy for me to just be all quiet and relaxed, making a beautiful piece of artwork. Next, after the purple, we're going to have a nice blue color. Blue often makes people feel so very tranquil and relaxed. It's considered a very calming color. Always makes me think of the ocean as well, which I love. So I love the color blue. And I'll finish it off with a nice bright green. Now actually there's 7 colors. Well, there's 6 colors on the color wheel. In the rainbow, it has 7 colors. So yellow, orange, red, violet, blue, green, and then we have indigo. Now we've got our rainbow. Maybe I'll do a bright sun to also show the different elements that made my rainbow. And I love the sunshine. So I'm going to color all of that in. Maybe give us some nice big sun rays. And maybe some drops of water that show how our rainbow was formed. And also maybe emanate that the dragon is in water. Getting carried away probably with my raindrops, but I love to draw, so I get going and I just keep going. Now, I think I might make my dragon an orange color. So I'm going to color in all the scales here. Make a beautiful orange dragon. Now I'm not being too fussy. I'm doing my best to stay within the lines, but this is more about having fun, thinking about things that I like to think about, working with colors that I like to work with, and expressing my imagination. And there you have it, my finished kimono, inspired by another culture as well as my own, and many of my favorite things like my tree with the squawky squirrel in it, or the rainbow. I hope you've enjoyed drawing a kimono with all of your favorite things being inspired by another culture also. It's certainly been my pleasure to lead this drawing lesson from the Intercultural Worldwide Learning Virtual Classroom. Thank you.